Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of LECOM's Heroes in Training. I'm Kathleen Spinazzola, your host. Thanks so much for being here today. We have the School of Dental Medicine, which I'm super excited about. I'm joined by Carter Beddinghouse, Dr. Susan Calderbank, and Connor Bowinski, all in the dental school. So to begin, Dr. Calderbank, will you tell us what you do here at LECOM?
Yes. Currently, I am the director of the fourth-year program, the outreach program in Erie, Pennsylvania. LECOM runs slightly differently than most other dental schools. We do all the didactic training and beginning of the clinical training in the first 3 years. Then the students in the senior class are split into two sections, one going into the panhandle of Florida to Defuniak Springs, and one coming up to Erie, Pennsylvania. Both cohorts in either place are serving the underserved. So in addition to mentoring their dental work, we're also outreaching into the community, doing a variety of things like preschool screenings. We do geriatric visitations into the senior living centers. So we get around in Erie, and these students will actually be participating in the community spelling bee coming up.
Okay. I love a good spelling bee.
That's like being voluntold.
They've been voluntold. We all know what that's like. So Carter and Connor, you're both in your fourth year then here. You're here in Erie doing your clinical year, sort of, right? Is that, am I saying that correctly, Dr. Calderbank?
You most certainly are. They certainly are.
And tell us where you're originally from, Carter.
I'm actually from Bradenton, Florida, where LECOM's first 3 years of the dental school is.
Right. So after this year, where will you go? Back to Bradenton?
So I've actually just matched into a pediatric dentistry residency, and that's in Tampa, Florida. So a little bit close to home. Not as cold as here, but I'm really excited to be close to my family again.
No one is as cold as here. There's no place on earth that's as cold as here. And tell us where you're from, Connor.
So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Also cold.
It might be colder, maybe. It's
For
close.
Sure.
Yeah, I was born and raised there. Moved down to Florida for dental school. Now finishing up here in Erie. And then I also am attending a pediatric dental residency in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I'm from.
That's so great.
We're both heading home.
Oh, that is so great.
And we're very proud of both students.
I imagine so. And pediatric dentistry. I mean, what drew you to pediatrics? Besides that children are adorable and they're always afraid of the dentist. So much needed, right?
That's a really good question that we get all the time, I think. So basically for me, it was just about more than teeth. It wasn't so much about the procedure that we're doing, but the relationships and introducing a child that has never been to the doctor or dentist before to this whole world of medicine and healthcare, and showing them that it doesn't have to be a scary place, and it can be a fun place where you're learning and feeling better and looking better too.
Yeah. I think it's wonderful. Anyone that wants to, work with children and go into pediatrics.
Thank you.
I admire it greatly. So one of the things that we want to focus on specifically today is our early acceptance program. Our directors are telling me to stop hitting the table because it makes too much noise. So I'll try because I talk with my hands a lot. All right, so we want to talk about the early acceptance program, which is something that is part of our medical school, our dental school here at LECOM. So tell us a little bit about it, Dr. Calderbank, would you?
Yes. As I said, LECOM is pretty unique because when the students come up here to Erie, they're also spending a year in clinical practice. So when they get out, they are ready to go into their future and do it with a ton of success. But I think one of the programs that LECOM provides to contribute to that success is our early admittance program. Students can apply to that from the time they're a junior in high school all the way through their junior year in college. And what that will do, there are certain parameters. You have to keep your grade level up. You have to do volunteer work. Eventually, you'll do an interview with LECOM as part of your application. But by being accepted into this program, you are assured if you continue with all your parameters, you're assured of a seat in the dental school, which to me is such a stress reliever
Yeah.
for these students. So I'm going to let them tell you more about it since they lived it. I only go out and promote it, not only, but that is one of my jobs. So they're going to tell you now the advantages that they gain by being EAP students.
Yeah, so for me, I decided in high school that I would like to be a dentist, but I actually did not join the EAP program until I was in college because I didn't know about it. And then I was talking with my health advisor, my pre-health advisor, and he told me like, "Hey, we have a partnership with a school in Florida." I was like, "Oh, that sounds great." And I think for me, one of the biggest, like as Dr. Calderbank was saying, like it really eases a lot of anxiety. You know, you have this spot reserved for you as long as you keep up with the requirements. The application process for dental school is tough. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of traveling around. It's expensive. And I think a lot of that process takes away time that you could be studying for your core science classes in undergrad,
Right.
or studying for the dental admissions test, the DAT. Because I had my provisional acceptance through LECOM, I was able to study more for the DAT and focus on, my undergrad classes.
Right.
So it was just a really, really great program. I'm really glad I did it. No regrets, and it all worked out great.
It's great
And
to
we're glad
be,
you did it too.
Yeah, it's great that you can already be on track, like you said, and just focus on what you need to do instead of like,
Exactly.
now I need a plane ticket, I gotta go here, I have to do. I mean, that sounds really stressful.
Yeah, it's very stressful. So for me, I decided in college that I wanted to be a dentist. I didn't even know LECOM had an early acceptance program until I saw them at my college, the University of South Florida. And I went up to the booth and they said, "Hey, you should apply for the early acceptance." And I was like, "Okay, well, that sounds awesome." But to go off what Connor said, it is very stressful. The application cycle is very competitive. It's very expensive, like he said. But for me, the biggest thing and biggest difference with the early acceptance program for me was that it gave me an opportunity to work on the other skills that you need to be a dentist, not just the high grades, but instead of working on being the best applicant throughout my college experience, I could be the best featured dentist and dental student. I was taking public speaking classes and honing my leadership skills. And I think that has brought me a long way, and just as far as I could go with my academics as my extracurricular activities too.
Again, you could focus on other things that were more meaningful to you than sort of the other little small things that get in the way, right? Tell us some more, Dr. Calderbank, then how far reaching the EAP program is.
Oh my goodness.
I
We,
know.
we have over 1,000 different, what's called an affiliate school. So we accept students from that college. They have a partnership agreement with us. And that's one of my jobs, is to go and visit these schools to make sure that partnership is strong and that the students are aware of their requirements. And it's been a very joyful experience meeting these students on their own turf. And you can't imagine how many wonderful things they have to say about being either in the EAP program or the excitement of applying for this program, because it does relieve quite a bit of your undergraduate stress because you know where you're going. You know where you're going, you're going to know what you're going to be doing. We get a very high caliber student here at LECOM. We are one of the most applied to dental schools in the country. And basically, we're becoming a force to be reckoned with. And we're pretty darn proud of that. As a matter of fact, when I go out to these schools, we have compiled our admissions statistics for the last 5 years, and we are very proud to go out and present them to these students, which gives them a guidepost as to what they need to do and accomplish while they're taking the DAT, while they're trying to get a high GPA. So we're really proud of not only our EAP program, but also our admissions process.
If someone's in high school, doctor, and they're interested in this, what should they do?
If they're in high school, we recommend to all EAP students that they're involved in the higher level science courses at their schools to better prepare them for the rigorous road that dental school is. We want them to get out into their communities and shadow dentists so they have a good idea of what that career entails. And by doing these things, they're really prepared when they do matriculate into the dental school. I mean, they already know this, yes, dentistry is my passion. I've shadowed like over 100 hours. I know this is what I want to do. There's very little waffling about, is this a career for me? Am I going to like it? Because mostly they've had a lot of experience in the field before they even come.
Right.
So I think it functions beautifully as a partner of the dental school, all the EAP schools and the students that they gather.
Fantastic. So we understand that you're in your 4th year, you're steeped in clinical training right now. What's your favorite part of your day right now, Connor?
I mean, I gotta go with seeing kids. Just had a really cute kid come in, had some work done, just checked up on it, gave him a cleaning, and and that, and the support of all of the preceptors that we have, the doctors that oversee. I feel like we're very blessed with a group that not only wants us to like check the boxes, but also like understand everything.
Right.
Very frequently, we are explained like, hey, like this is why we do this. This is why we do this. You can opt for this treatment plan or this.
Right.
It's not like we're just showing up,
like
drilling,
slap on
filling,
us,
and then we're actually becoming clinicians here. And that's something I would say I'm pretty proud of in my education here. So.
And I think that LECOM's dental school has an advantage because most of the dentists that are employed as preceptors, as you two know, have already been in private practice. They know what to look for, and they're able to encourage the students to always do their best, obviously, but they're able to give them little stories about when they were in practice, how they can have a better way to do something. And it's a huge benefit that our preceptors have already been where these students are going.
Are headed, right? So you get a deeper understanding of everything. What's the favorite part of your day?
I think the outreach has to be my favorite kind of thing. We have a ton of clinical experience, but my favorite thing to do is just go out to these elementary schools and preschools and Head Start programs, and we get to talk to the kids and perform screenings, and we get to say, this is what a dentist is. Maybe you could be a dentist one day. And for me, that's really fun. It kind of balances out the day, and it shows the impact we can make not only on our patients, but in our community as a whole.
Sure. Well, and again, as I say, I think anyone who has a heart to work with children is, okay in my book. It's pretty terrific. Tell us a little bit about what your first 3 years were like in Bradenton before you got your clinical training that, in your 4th year now.
Sure. Yeah. A lot sunnier. But the first 2 years,
you have the amazing sim lab.
Exactly.
Florida,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So let me hear about that.
Yeah, of course. So the first 2 years are very didactic heavy. A lot of coursework, a lot of studying. We do use PBL, which is problem-based learning, which is basically group-oriented. You go case by case. You learn via using an actual person to learn the pathology, the physiology, all the pharmacology. And I do believe that is beneficial because, I'm in clinic and I think of something. I'm like, oh yeah, it was that case. I remember that, And then we do have our new sim lab, which is very shiny and very nice, which you spend a lot of time in the first 2 years.
I imagine so.
And once again, the faculty down there, they do such a good job of preparing you. I mean, everyone's first time holding a drilling on a plastic tooth. I mean, you're shaking, you're burning the tooth, you're messing everything up. And to see how far we have come from the
Yeah.
first day of holding the drill and not knowing what we're doing at all to now we're working on patients and confidently doing so.
right,
I mean, it's amazing.
which is everything. I mean,
Yeah.
can you even imagine getting through this journey without the sim lab? Really, you can't
No.
do it,
No
right?
way.
I mean,
No.
Yeah, I think it was something else about the sim lab. You know, Connor and I actually sat next to each other in sim
Did you?
lab, so we were struggling and having good days and bad days there. But
Mhm.
something cool is that it's also open after hours and on the weekends, which
Oh,
I
so
know
you
for
could
me
be-
that was very valuable. I had to put a lot of time in outside of class, so it was always available, and there was
Oh,
free
that's great.
free tutors, upperclassmen that could show you, hey, maybe you should hold it like this instead, which kind of just made everything click for me,
Yeah.
and it really made a big difference on my hand skills.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
I
man,
think
that's
that one of
amazing.
the
That's
best
amazing.
things is that not only are you learning about all the didactic, but sometimes going into dental school is like getting hit with a fire hose of information
Right,
because you're
right.
doing your didactic, you're learning how to draw. We're in the clinic
Drill.
earlier than most dental schools, so they're learning how to do
Like,
patient
right away.
relations.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I find most amazing about LECOM is I talk a lot about value. And
Mhm.
LECOM is one of the lowest, if not the lowest tuition dental school in the
Right.
country. And when I tell that to students, they're always translating that into money.
Yeah.
But I said, no, that's not what I mean. When you're in this place where you're struggling with academics, getting your sim lab done and everything else you
Yeah.
have to do, the value they regard their students with is amazing.
Hmm.
No matter what a student needs, they will find it. LECOM will provide a way to give them an extra tutor,
Right,
help them with
right.
housing, anxiety issues, any kind of an issue that a student has. LECOM
We
is
always
right
help.
there ready to fix it.
Mhm.
So when I talk about LECOM's value, that's the value that I'm referring to.
And it's not like that everywhere.
No, it certainly wasn't like that when I went to school.
It's like that almost nowhere except here, as we know. Well, I think you guys are terrific. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us
Thanks
today.
for having us.
You're
Thanks for
mostly
having us.
welcome.
I say this all the time, but I sincerely mean it. I wish I could like come back to you or have you come back, you know, and just see you in 2 years and like, what's
We
going
could
on
arrange-
now?
maybe we
I know,
will.
right?
That'd be awesome.
Come back and visit. Let us know where you're at and how everything's going.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe to us. We're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, and all the podcast channels, Spotify, iHeart, and what's the other one I always forget? There's a third one, Apple. Can you believe I keep forgetting Apple? Sorry, Apple. Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.